I'm Pastor Valorie, the pastor of Evangelical Lutheran Church here in Chinook, Montana. And I'll be sharing with you every day a devotion for the season of Advent and Christmas. These are the devotions that are written by rostered leaders of the Montana Synod of the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America. Today we begin with the first Sunday in Advent, Sunday, November 29th. The text for the day is Mark 13, verses 24 through 37, and Jesus says, "But in those days, after that suffering, the sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light, and the stars will be falling from heaven, and the powers in the heavens will be shaken. Then they will see the Son of Man coming in clouds with great power and glory. Then he will send out the angels and gather his elect from the four winds, from the ends of the earth to the ends of heaven. From the fig tree learn its lesson. As soon as its branches become tender and puts forth its leaves, you know that summer is near. So also when you see these things taking place, you know that he is near, at the very gate. Truly I tell you, this generation will not pass away until all these things have taken place. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will not pass away. But about that day or hour no one knows, neither the angels in heaven nor the Son, but only the Father. Be aware. Keep alert, for you do not know when the time will come. It's like a man going on a journey when he leaves home and puts his slaves in charge, each with his work, and commands the doorkeeper to be on the watch. Therefore, keep awake, for you do not know when the master of the house will come, in the evening, or at midnight, or at cockcrow, or at dawn, or else he may find you asleep when he comes suddenly. And what I say to you, I say to all, keep awake." And Pastor Scott R. Thompson of Bethlehem Lutheran Church in Kalispell, Montana, writes about this passage. Jesus reminds us that abundance is found not in what we have, but in what we will be given. A leaf on a tree that has not yet unfolded, a master of the house yet to arrive. Salvation lies not in basking in the riches one possesses, but in the promise for which one hopes. The COVID pandemic has laid bare the false security of our worldly riches. Systems of finance, government, family, and even religion. For as good as these things are, and other things can be, they can and will break down. They will be perverted and misused for evil, and they certainly cannot give life. But in the darkest hour, when the tree is bare and cold, when the sun is dark and the moon refuses to shine, then comes the word that will not pass away, like a flash from heaven and a knock at the door in the dead of the night, not apart from the pain and suffering of this world, but in the very middle of it. Advent announces God's hope of promise. Keep awake, not to guard your treasure, but to receive the generous gift that God is about to share. Peace be with you today.